Ow, it hurts. Time for some pain pills, right? Hold on. Before you go and pop that pill for that pain you're experiencing, let's talk about some alternatives to try before taking those hard narcotics. So in the world of sickle cell, all of us have been prescribed some level of narcotics to take during a pain episode. This could look something like hydrocodone, oxycodone, morphine, Dilaudid, Lortab, Toradol. All of these fall under the category of pain meds that people living with sickle cell take. However, it's important to know that those pain meds aren't actually helping the pain crises to end any sooner. What they're doing is making it so that that person living with sickle cell can actually handle the pain they're experiencing while their body takes care of things on its own. So today we're going to talk about some other ways to handle the pain before popping that pill. Pain management is divided into two categories, relief and distraction. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is what you can do for distraction. Now, I've got some props again because it's been a while since we've had some. So one of the things that many people talk about doing is, all right, jamming out to some music. Now, this might be some calm music that allows you to go into another opportunity, which is some prayer or meditation. So those things help distract you, take your mind off of the pain without having to medicate. Another really good distraction, and I think we've all done this, whether we've experienced sickle cell or not, I think we've all done this to some level with some intense pain, is rest. So sometimes we can sleep off the pain, and that is actually a really good option in the world of sickle cell to recommend to people in your family and your friends or yourself, is when you're experiencing pain to go and try to rest it off or take a nap to allow your body to work through it while you're sleeping. The other category is that of relief. Now, there have been some conversations around heat in the world of sickle cell, and while it hasn't been specifically researched yet, it is on the horizon. It is also something most doctors prescribe to their patients as a non-medical treatment, and patients and family members talk about it frequently in the support groups that we're part of, and we use it as well as a way to help work through that pain and soothe that pain. So we have a couple of options that we're going to show you right now. The most common option, and the one that many doctors actually give their patients when they're first diagnosed, is a heating pad. So here is my version of a heating pad. They're actually pretty long. You can see this one is about 3 feet wide, and it's got a little scale on it. And you can put that in the location where the pain is being caused. So for instance, if your upper leg is hurting, or your back, or your stomach, shoulder, hip is a really common location, you can put the heating pad on and combine that with the rest, and sometimes that can be enough to not have to take the medication. Another option, and something we use because Sophia is still a small person, are hot packs. So this is our hot pack. It's pretty small. It's about 2.5 inches square, and a lot of people have seen these filled with rice, and they might smell like lavender. They make ones for neck. In our experience, because we use these so often, we actually make ours with pinto beans because they get nice and hot, which people living with sickle cell talk about really needing a good strong heat, not something mild. And the nice part about these is that they mold around. So for those children that have dactylitis, remember we talked about that's the blocking of the blood vessels in the fingers of the toes, tops of the hands, tops of the feet. These work a little bit better. Instead of trying to get a monster 3-foot heating pad around it, you just microwave these and put them on your hand. You can also use a double boiler if you don't have a microwave to heat those up. The new one for me that I heard from another fellow sickle cell parent is, this is going to sound crazy, is a diaper. So you pour the water inside the diaper, and then you heat it up in the microwave, and you can place it in a location in your stomach, on your knee, and can mold to those areas really well. The downside I've heard to these is that they don't hold heat as long as, an ongoing heating pad, but you can mold it and still be able to lay with it as a child a little bit easier. Or if it's joint pain, you can really mold it around that joint. In the area of treatments that help that are related to water, The first one is, ding, 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 water, because actually pain can be triggered by dehydration. So one of the main things that doctors will always tell you, and we recommend, and all the other sickle cell people out there talk a lot about, is drinking water, staying extra hydrated. People with sickle cell need to drink extra amounts of fluid. So if you're experiencing pain, stop number one, among the other ones I talked about, needs to include a big chug of water. The other one, and you're going to really love this prop, is a bath. So I couldn't exactly show you a bath, so this is my little person taking a nice warm bubble bath, because in my opinion, if you're going to take a bath, why not throw in some bubbles? But no, realistically, soaking that area of pain in some hot water can really help soothe it. Just like similar to a sports injury, but with sickle cell, you need a fair amount of heat, and you need to make sure that you're not in a cold room. So if you're going to take a hot bath or a hot shower, make sure that the door's closed, the windows are closed, and you're able to keep that heat in there. Otherwise, you could trigger an additional pain crises from getting out of the shower and getting really cold. So these are some of our suggestions for non-medical pain options. If you have any, please feel free to post them below. Check us out on the web at hopeforstd.org, and stay tuned as we move along. Thanks.